Hey everybody, Casey and Caraway. I'm at the Nock It Archery Center in Decatur, Texas. And Bryan has something special to show me. I'm super excited about it. Come on, take a look.
Well, alright man, here it is. It's the big reveal. Today is the V3X, and of course with the bridge lock technology, Mathews is just stepping up their game another year.
Let's see what it is. I mean, there's been a lot of debate. Is this really a step up, or is it just another launch? So let's see if we can really get
the meat and potatoes.
Yeah, I'm ready to see it.
Alright, let's do it.
Oh,
that's pretty cool.
What's the color, first of all? And this is the first thing I noticed is the color.
That's the new granite gray.
Oh, that looks really good.
That is the 29 right there.
29.
Yeah. So the bow now comes in a 29 and a 33 inch.
First thing I noticed is this is the 2-piece quiver, and I know that they have a 1-piece quiver that's detachable. This is not detachable. This would be like for Western hunting on the mountains, and you're never planning on disconnecting your quiver.
Correct.
But they also have this model
that comes right off.
Okay.
So both of them obviously detached, but one being mounted like that. So like you're talking about, so if you're out in the wilderness, everything's packed up real nice and tight. They designed that this year for that specific purpose. The whole point to this bow this year was to make sure this bow was balanced.
Oh, okay.
What they've done is take away from the cant or the lean in the bow, taking the equipment away from causing that effect versus that.
You know, I did notice that this year quite a bit when I started adding a lot more arrows that are fixed, and you mount the sight on the side of the bow.
Right.
I was getting a lot of cant, and you got me into those V-bars and started balancing with some back weight just to compensate for that extra weight. So
yeah, this helps to eliminate some of that. If some of our hunters don't want those back V-bars, this is a great opportunity because
to get away from that.
Right, because now the weight is more centered in the mass of the bow, not on the sides, whereas your scope was mounted on the right-hand side or the left-hand side.
So take a look at this. This is mounted not on the side, but right through the middle of the riser. And they're calling that the bridge lock.
That's the new bridge lock technology, and the whole point to that slides in, that dovetail locks into place. It's actually screwed in.
Oh,
this is made by Excel this year. Excel actually made this 5-pin sight for Mathews and specifically for this bow. So it's a new piece of equipment that they've come out with this year that's going to really help satisfy the need for that dovetail.
But you don't have to go with this sight.
No, absolutely not.
You got a guy that has a different spot hog or whatever different type of sight.
So many different sights out there. Haven't tried running, a few different sights, but I know for a fact that all the different screw holes there are available to make sure it's done secure.
So basically it's going to be side mounted on the side or straight through the middle. I like the straight through the middle with a dovetail because of what we talked about earlier is whenever you start mounting the sight on the side of the riser and you start loading this with arrows, you do get a cant to the right, in my opinion, because of that extra mounting weight. So Mathews tries to eliminate that by centering it through the middle. And then talking about getting flush, look how close that quiver is to the side of the riser.
Yeah, it's just right up against there.
The limbs are going around the, wow, that's really cool.
So, and then of course they stayed with the Ultra Rest, and that's the integrated Ultra Rest. So it's integrated into the middle of the riser instead of being mounted off to the side, typically like they have been in the past, right? So it's integrated as well. So that's another accessory that really goes well with the bow this year.
Who shoots the 29?
Guys that are typically that are in box stands or ground blinds where height is an issue.
Yeah.
That's one thing. When you're standing out, you're cuddled up into a tree. You may not want that longer axle. It kind of depends on your hunting situation, and so a lot of that is going to be for you to decide as a consumer when you go to purchase the bows. Mathews has come out with this new technology this year. It's called the stay of field system. So what Mathews did this year is they took these hooks and or pegs, so to speak, into the cam design. They've engineered that in there, and what that has done has allowed you as a hunter, if you're in the field and you have a string issue, hopefully,
like a peep messes up or falls out, or if you need to put a twist in it, or what do you saying?
Or even to the point that you're in the backcountry and you have a string fray from catching it on something. More than likely, if you're hunting in the wilderness like that anyways, you have a backup string. So you have the ability now to take this stay of field system, and what it does, basically it hooks onto the peg, one peg here, one peg here, and if you push down on the string, you see how the cams rotate?
And then you lock in the...
Yep, you lock into the stay of field system, and then that way it takes the pressure off of the bow, and it gives you the opportunity to take the string off. It's a really neat design.
So in the field, backcountry, you can't get to your local bow shop or any bow shop for the next couple of days. You have an extra string in place. You bring your SAS cord here, so it's a emergency bow kit, and you
can change your string. You can change your cables as well. So
you could change your
works
cables.
For the cables as well. Correct.
Wow.
So
you pull down here.
Yep.
And it rotates the cams in. And while you have it locked down, you're locking in the orange SAS cable.
Yep. And then that keeps it down, and you can take the string and stuff off. Yeah.
That is too cool.
Pretty neat.
So that is a backcountry's kind of a dream. You know, he's not bringing extra equipment. He's not extra weight of any type of cord bow press of any kind.
Yeah, absolutely.
They put it into one little cable.
Yep, they've got it. So you're ready to go there.
So as a hunter, it's more about the integrated system that they just put together. So
Absolutely.
You're basically, I like the flush quiver. I like that idea. I also like the fact that you can mount your sight on a dovetail bar right through the center of the riser with that, what are they calling that? That's the bridge lock. So right through the middle.
Yeah.
That keeps it centered, because you start loading the bow down on one side, it can't, and they're trying to eliminate that. I think that's really, really, really cool that they did that.
Yeah, and the other thing is, if you do have a dovetail and you have a 6-inch or a 9-inch dovetail, you still have room in the rear of this and in the front of this to get the distance that you need in your dovetail. So
what do you see in the 3D archery, competitions? Do you see guys shooting something like this, or are they going to go through the 30?
Absolutely.
Oh, no. Really?
You're going to see a lot more of the 33-inch, but it depends
Let's pull
on
that
the
thing
archer.
out. I'm anxious to hold that.
Okay, so here's the 33-inch that we were just discussing, and you can tell definitely a lot longer.
But it's still not that heavy either.
No, it just sits really, really well in the hand. Sits real balanced. Same thing, same bridge lock technology. Everything you've got, it's just a little bit longer axle to axle. So that way you've got that chance to, or got that opportunity to choose which bow you like better.
That is a difference, though. There's no doubt about it.
33, love to shoot that in the 3D area. That's a good place to shoot that. Or
Western hunting. I mean, I would see myself carrying this one if I knew I was going to be taking longer shots out west.
Wide open,
areas,
yeah,
for sure. But then you got your 29, who's your whitetail local guy, whitetail's dream. I mean, this thing, he's going to be able to,
Still a little shorter than that 30-inch, but a lot longer than that 27 that was there before. Let's go out and give this thing a shot.
You serious?
Yeah, let's go shoot it.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
So Mathews has the option to go with this XL 5-pin sight. It's basically integrated right into it.
Loosen up your pins a couple turns right here. Then you come down to the bottom and you can actually micro dial your pins.
Got it set up. I got the D-loop on, and I'm going to take a few shots of the V3X. I might be the first one in Decatur, Texas to be shooting this, and I almost guarantee you I am. So pretty cool. Nock It Archery, appreciate it. This is pretty exciting for me. I got to shoot at that white target. I don't have a peep sight, and I don't have the sights adjusted, so this is all about the feel. So we'll go ahead and take a draw. This is the 29. Felt really good in the hand. It was really dead. Actually, relatively balanced for just straight out of the box. So we'll keep shooting. Watch that integrated rest. James, when you're shooting a new bow, like a flagship bow for the first time, what's some of the things you're trying to pick up on? Like, what are you trying to determine when you're shooting the bow?
Trying to feel the draw cycle and the rollover as I get to the back wall on the cam. Whether that cam rolls over nice and smooth when I get to full draw, or whether it dumps off really, really hard. I'm also looking for hand feel. How does that bow sit in my hand? Does it feel all torquey? Does it sit real nice and solid? Plus the vibration. Is it dead? Is there any residual vibration when I fire that shot, or is it just kind of sit there and just go through the motions?
That just sits there and goes through the motion. Yeah. It's so dead in the hand.
They are. They put a lot of technology development into killing all the vibration that the shooter feels.
It does feel bigger than the 27. There's no doubt about it. It feels bigger than the 27. It's not 31, but it is in between that. I mean, I feel that. No. V3X. It's new. It just got here in Decatur, Texas at Nock It Archery. I'm a fan. I really do like it. I like all the technology. I think it's just a whole system that Mathews has put together to try to make it as flush, light, lean, and balanced as possible. And you gotta love the engaged lens. I really.
That's one of my favorite aspects.
Oh yeah. That's a broke arrow. I hit the same spot. All right, guys, we got to take a look at the new Mathews V3X at the Nock It Archery Center in Decatur, Texas. Bryan, how can they get this bow and what's the process?
Come on in, talk to us, we'll get you taken care of. Right now the bows are, everybody's getting their order set, getting everything placed. Bows should be shipping here in the next few weeks, but come on in, give us a call at the shop, or you check us out online. You can find us there and send us a message. But either way, come on in, get your order placed, and we'll make sure you're squared away. We have plenty of them already on order, so they'll be shipping, and once they hit the doors, you'll see that. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram, or any of my social media pages, and they're there.
It's cool, guys. It really is. They changed more than you think.
Yeah, they actually did. So,
right.
Yep, definitely a good bow.